Rude here from
Well, you got to make sure that everything works. It's been a while. Oh man, I did almost fall back. These chairs are a little.
I know, you were laughing at me.
I did when he sat down. I was like, oh, why couldn't back? I thought, why can't I go live? Jeff's gonna flip right out of that chair. I'm gonna miss it.
Be careful.
Well, the camera would have shook.
Oh well.
So
man.
where'd you go from your?
Yeah, it's from Nick Bader.
From Nick Bader.
Yep, from the Nick Bader. Yes, yep.
Because I don't see it.
Well, you gotta see.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna find out.
We'll find out here.
It's been a while since we.
It's been a while. But
It has been a while,
yeah.
so it's been
Who's that
about 3
sneaking by?
weeks.
She's trying to get by. Take a picture. Hey, here we are.
Are we live?
Yeah,
All
we're
right, there
live.
we go.
Okay.
All right, see.
Hang on, I gotta be rude. Go
I
ahead.
know, right. All right, so
you guys go talk. while I
we'll
do
talk. Hey,
Good
how are
morning.
you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Good morning.
Pay no attention to the man behind the cell phone.
They don't.
It doesn't matter if he's behind the cell phone or not. I don't
That's
think
right. They don't pay attention to me in person.
All right, so Insurance Nick this morning, and we had to dust things off and get back at it, right?
Yeah.
The trusty sidekick.
DownriverJeff.
I love it. So this morning we're here with, well, I'm going to let you introduce yourself and tell everybody where we're located at.
Good morning. I am Michael Crossman. We are at the home of the SERVPRO Disaster Recovery Team, located here in Romulus, Michigan. We're at 7025 Metroplex Drive, just east of E-Course and Middlebelt on E-Course Road.
When we say just east, actually, I mean, it's a stone's throw. You can actually see it right from the road. So where's Metroplex? I'm like, oh, how about the big SERVPRO building?
You can't miss the
So
sign.
you really
That's the
can't.
whole purpose.
No, it's a great facility here.
Huge.
It is.
I know. He opens his door. I'm thinking, well, another little office place.
No, it's got a huge warehouse on top of it. So, all right, so disaster restoration company. Why don't you explain to people what that means? This is exciting for me, obviously being in the insurance world, because I get to see the behind the scenes aspect of what Michael obviously helps people out with. So go ahead and explain.
So I'm sure everyone is familiar with SERVPRO being the nation's leader in mitigation and restoration. So basically we solve all of your issues commercially and residentially for fires, floods, restoration, as well as cleanups. So if you have a fire, if you have a flood, your basement floods, we are the team that comes in and services your home or your business with our mitigation services.
Okay, so mitigation services. We're using insurance terms.
Yes.
Let's bring it down.
Barney style is we come and suck all the nasty water out and we dry it. We dry your structure.
And now just dry it though.
Correct, yes. The added benefit that our disaster recovery team offers is we have a full reconstruction service that we also offer. So not only can we tear apart everything that's bad and get rid of that water and dry your structure, but we can also build your home back together,
Put it
or
back
your business
together.
back together.
And
that's
before we go too far, I want to
yeah.
say thank you, Michael, for going down to Houston.
Oh, thank
Doing
you.
all you did.
Oh, that
down
was
there.
great.
That's
That
right.
was great.
He spent a couple weeks down there taking care of people. That was awesome.
Yes, currently our SERVPRO Extreme team, we're currently still in Houston servicing some sites for Hurricane Harvey. We just wrapped up a project in Jacksonville, Florida. And we also have people currently in the Virgin Islands as well as some other places throughout the nation dealing with some high rain and some high level restoration projects. So SERVPRO Extreme Team Saginaw is always out there. We are always out and about everywhere. So I just want to let that be known. Our guys are still out there providing our world-class service. So
Okay, Dick, go ahead.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
thank you for that, by the way.
There's so many things that we really want
Back
Michael
to
to be
you.
able to. Well, right. And back to you, Nick. But there are so many things we really want to kind of showcase today regarding SERVPRO and what Michael's role is with SERVPRO and being able to offer so many different services to our local community. When you talked about a minute ago, going in, get all the nasty water out, dry it out, and then put it all back together. The reason that's so critical is you've got a local response team of SERVPRO or a local division of restoration or actually, what is it, mitigation teams, right? So a mitigation team is somebody that's first responder, if you would, for anybody that has a major house claim, it may be, right? So, or business claim for that matter. They just go and mitigate it, meaning they stop the loss from actually making it any worse. Where your team is different is you guys actually then reconstruct.
Yes.
Put everything back together, right? I mean, so, I just kind of wanted to touch on that where people understand there's a little bit of a difference.
Oh yes, that's absolutely a huge benefit that we provide, because when you come into a loss such as a major water loss, a fire, you're going to be dealing with a lot of people. You're going to be dealing with your insurance company. You're going to be dealing with insurance adjusters and contractors that are all going to try to team up to restore your home or your business.
Absolutely.
Everyone nowadays, with your cable companies, with everything that you do, everybody likes the word bundle. They want to have that one point of contact. So what I provide to them,
It's simple.
I provide that one point of contact from beginning to end. We work with your insurance company.
Yeah.
We then provide our mitigation services, and then we come in and rebuild your home back to make it like it never even happened.
Right. Yeah, it's a big deal. So, I mean, if you guys are ever going through, somebody that's actually gone through a major claim or are going through something like that, or it happens in your family in the future, rest assured you've got a local company that can go ahead and step in. You guys are on preferred vendors for all the insurance companies.
That's correct.
You guys have achieved at this location some really high accolades in your profession
Yes.
as a whole. So rest assured you're getting a top-notch operation here
Exactly.
that's going to be able to handle
And it's
any kind
got
of
to be
claim.
tough dealing with people at their low, you know what I mean, at the low point in their life. You know what I'm saying?
It takes a special breed. It takes a
Right.
special person with some unique attributes to approach a business owner or homeowner at their worst moment. Their home or their business could literally be burning down in front of them.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I show up to try to build that relationship, just as we
Right.
discussed earlier.
Yep.
I am in the business of building a relationship, so that way, after your worst nightmare, you can turn to one point of contact, one guy that you can trust that's going to rebuild your home or business.
That your insurance company also has a relationship with too.
Correct, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's a big deal. I've always said that in our profession, whatever somebody's got a claim and it's going on in their life and their world, in our side, it's not that bad because we've always seen worse. But
Right.
we never say that because the individual, that's the worst thing that they've ever dealt
Exactly.
with.
Right.
So it may be an inch of water in your basement. It may be the first time you've ever had a claim. Guess what? It's the worst inch of water you've ever had.
Right, exactly.
And we understand that, knowing that you have a professional that's in the general area that has seen major losses to something that's very small that your
Correct.
obviously local operation can handle easily.
Yes.
At that point, having that kind of confidence, it's like, look, it's going to be okay. We do this for a living,
Absolutely.
right? And you're going to be just fine. So let us do it, and it's amazing.
Let's put a little concept on it here. What's that semi? Would you tell us that semi?
So,
Oh yeah, right. There you
So
go.
this is
one-
the level you're dealing
So
with.
one large misconception a lot of people have is they may see my Jeep riding around town. They may have driven by the office and seen the 53-foot disaster recovery team semi outside. I want it to be known that we can handle any size disaster, from your largest commercial facility to your smallest residential claim. So I want people to understand that we can handle all sizes of loss. Please do not feel that we can only handle large losses being a disaster recovery
Right.
team.
Right.
Okay? So to answer your question about the semi, the 53-foot semi is completely loaded for a 100-man crew to go unreplenished for 2 weeks of work, meaning that we can then send that semi to a location at a commercial facility and not have to make Home Depot runs every 20 minutes because we don't have the things that we need.
That's amazing.
In some
It's
instances,
incredible.
such as hurricane response and things like that, Home Depot's not always open
Oh,
around
no,
the
right,
corner.
yeah, not at that
so you
point.
have to
You
have,
have to have the
everything
supplies.
that you're going to need to get the job done, and
Right.
that is really something that we take pride in.
Yeah, that's just amazed me when he was telling us that.
Right, because you said you could service, what was it?
We can service a 100-man crew
For 2 weeks.
for 2 weeks.
Unreplenished.
Correct.
And how many semis do you have like that?
Total within our fleet, we have 5.
So you can send out 4 and still have enough to handle any kind of major claim that we had in our local
But
community.
also, he said, and that's without hurting regular business.
Correct. That is another thing for us to
Right.
put out there. Just because we have people that are in
Are
Houston
them
and in
100 men in there
Florida.
now? Or?
Negative. Those 100 men are not back there now. Those donuts would have been gone if there was 100 men back there
Because you
now.
got to let about sometime. You know what I mean?
Our labor force is intensive. It is very impressive. But just because we have allocated our
Right.
commercial resources
Yeah.
elsewhere to help other companies in the nation
Right.
get their business open, we are still open business as usual and can respond to any size loss that we see it here on the home front.
And one of the things that Michael talked about today was a claim that you guys responded to that was down in Florida, and you guys were able to keep operations open.
Correct.
Right? So there was no daily claim associated to loss.
That's correct.
That made Nick smile.
It really did, because, and I understand it. Not that it was easy to keep the place open during that kind of a claim and the work and everything
Yes.
else, but the professionalism has to be there in order for
Correct.
an operation like that, because we're talking about a financial institution that you guys did the work in.
Yes.
So we're talking about a $500,000 claim for a very large financial institution that still kept up with daily operations, never was down a day, and you guys were in there actually providing the service and doing the restoration. It's a huge accomplishment.
And you know the best part about that, Nick, is it's not a fluke. It is our status quo.
Oh,
We
that's
have
amazing.
a track record of taking on large projects as such, and companies continuing business as usual.
No, that's
It's a
amazing.
huge added benefit that our extreme team provides.
Wow, that's wonderful. So do you have anything that you want to kind of wrap up with today for everybody that's out in Facebook land?
Well, I'll tell you, October is Fire Prevention Month, so the first
Yep.
thing that I would like to do is give a shout out to all of our men and women, firefighters
Yep.
across
Amen.
the U.S. that risk their lives every day as first responders on the scene. So we want to send that shout out to you and give you the recognition that you deserve. Locally here, we are members of the Southern Wayne County Regional Chamber of Commerce.
Yep.
We are hosting their Alive at 5 event that is strictly for chamber members only. So I'm sorry it's not an open to the public event, but it's strictly for chamber members. Here it's October 24th, Tuesday. We're hosting their Alive at 5. We'll be having a ribbon cutting here for our new facility
Nice.
as well. As far as the holidays, we're just really looking to make people aware this is a busy time of year for house fires. Be careful with your Christmas trees as well as your lighting within
Make
the
sure
homes.
you're not deep frying turkeys
Deep
in the
fried
garage. We all know
turkeys in
those
the garage.
stories, right?
That's where I was going next. As well as pipe breaks.
Oh, yeah,
Be
right.
cautious of those
Yeah.
pipe breaks. And if you run into those instances, please contact me directly. I'm available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Well, there you go. So, we appreciate your guys' support. Obviously, Michael, thank you very much for the things
Thank
that
you for
do in the
coming, gentlemen. I really appreciate it. Thank
Appreciate
you.
that. And you guys have anything that's going on that you need some help with, maybe it's ideas, comments, whatever it may be, or if you have SERVPRO actually respond to one of your jobs and you just want to leave a comment below, tell them how good they did, please do so. So,
Yeah, I do
thank
gotta
you
say
guys.
one thing before we go. It's a good thing you work with this disaster team, because if you hang out with them Galinsky girls, you may need you.
We are definitely prepared to clean up a mess after the Galinskis,
Yeah,
but
you
don't
bet.
tell my wife.
No, I
you know?
won't. No, she won't see this.
I don't know what they're
She
talking
won't see
about,
this.
so I'm just going to shut the camera off now. We'll see you guys.
Have a great day, everyone.
See ya.